Welcome to another edition of AUVSI's Weekend Roundup, where we call some stories to your attention that you might have missed during the week. I will start off with a company named Drivent that is exiting stealth mode and says it will be testing autonomous vehicles on the streets of Washington State.
Okay, so kind of related to autonomous vehicles, but not really. Ford, which is of course working on autonomous vehicles, this week has debuted or introduced its new self-driving robot nicknamed Survival for its ability to adapt to its environment. And the robot is currently operating in one of the company's manufacturing plants in Europe, delivering spare parts. The company says that it saves up to 40 employee hours every day by taking over this role for humans, freeing them up to do other various tasks around the plant.
All right. I've got a story from Louisiana. They have a new airport director in Houma. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but as part of their economic development, they are planning to do a lot of work with unmanned systems at this airport, which could be a trend in the future. They plan to have cargo flights in 2020, and then beyond that, they're going to have autonomous aircraft, and again, it's just part of their economic diversification.
In North Dakota, a $33 million investment has been made in the state's UAS industry. A large chunk of that, $28 million, will go towards a statewide beyond visual line of sight infrastructure. $3 million will go towards infrastructure at the Grand Sky Business Development Park, and the other $2 million will be used to support operations at the Northern Plains UAS test site.
All right, so going to the surface of the water, I've got a couple of USV stories. We have a link to a story about the case for using USVs in military operations and how they can fit in. And also a link to a story about the Navy has set up a new squadron to help the integration and development of unmanned vehicle systems with the catchy name of Surf Devron. So we have some information for you about that.
Sounds good. And finally for me, this week Waymo announced that it will deploy 10 of its vehicles on the Lyft app. Waymo says that once its vehicles are on the platform, Lyft users in the area will have the option to select a Waymo directly from the Lyft app for eligible rides in the area.
Okay, that's what we have for you this week, and we look forward to seeing you next week.